Greetings and peace profound. Positive vibrations for positive solutions. My name is Huey-Rose. I'm actually located now between the border of Ukraine and Poland. I'm actually talking to one of our African students out of Zimbabwe who doesn't really want to come on camera today, but would like to just share his story of his experience as a student in Ukraine. All right, I'm going to start off by saying, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm actually feeling better, out of the war zone. So yeah, the feeling is better.
Okay,
Much
good.
better.
Let's start by saying, what is your name?
I go by Chris.
Okay,
Christopher.
And which of the universities were you actually studying at?
Oh, I was at Venezia Medical University in
Okay.
the city, Venezia.
And what was you studying?
I was doing medicine.
Okay. Was that a bachelor's? Was that a degree? Was it a master's?
It was actually a bachelor's undergraduate.
Bachelor's and a graduate.
Sure,
Oh,
sure,
brilliant.
sure.
So how many more years did you have left on that course?
Unfortunately, I was actually beginning the studies. I was in my first semester actually.
First semester.
First
Okay.
semester, yeah.
All right. So sorry to hear that got interrupted.
No, it's fine.
And what was your plans once you had finished your studies?
Okay, as soon as finishing my plans is in the medical sector, the only most sensible, logical thing is to specialize in a certain field, to be a master of something. So I was planning to do a master's in something, to specialize in another country.
Okay.
Sure.
And was you planning eventually to go back to Zimbabwe, or was you going to be doing it somewhere else?
For the education, I favor the European education. Since I started undergraduate in Europe, finishing the postgraduate in Europe, I think the syllabus and everything will be,
Okay.
like, sure.
Is there any reason why you actually chose Ukraine rather than any of the other European countries?
For starters, when I was looking for countries, I didn't have like connections, agents and stuff. So that was a difficulty in the first place, because I've been in China at some point. Then I came back when I was supposed to go. COVID actually broke out.
Okay.
So this time I was under pressure, like I was once in a good country, I need to go back in another. But definitely I didn't have a specific country in mind. So Ukraine just popped up from a friend, and I researched about their degree. Is it internationally recognized? Is it good enough? So in the medical sector, yes, Ukraine was a good one. So yeah, I went due to those decisions, and it wasn't a bad choice. Yeah.
Okay, good. And what exactly occurred once you had heard that war had broken out between Ukraine and Russia?
Okay, for starters, students, people couldn't believe it. They thought maybe it's just a myth, it's just a rumor. Actually, people outside of Ukraine, African people, parents, they're the ones who to notify us with intensity. Like, hey guys, are you okay? Us, we're blinded, preparing to go to school as always. Some actually managed to go to school.
Yeah.
It wasn't that confusing in the first place. But I think after a few days, that's when things began to go tense. Sirens. There's these sirens in Ukraine.
Which of the cities was you residing in?
I was in Venezia.
Okay. Is that one of the smaller cities?
Yeah.
It's
One
not
of the,
big like Donetsk or some of the other places. Is it Fumi?
yeah. It's among
Sumi, sorry.
yeah Sumi.
It's not as big. It's not as big as Sumi, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's not as big as Sumi, but people from Kiev are the ones which were affected by the situation first. They are the ones which messaged us like, hey guys, this is not a joke or anything. This is serious. That's when everybody began to panic like, so we are in danger for real, right? It didn't took more than, let's say, 4 days. Sirens were ringing almost in every city, these scary sirens.
Yeah.
So first days they would ring maybe in the evening only. As days went by, it was morning, afternoon, and evening. And every time when the siren goes, the law is like you should go and hide in the bunkers, like underground,
Okay.
in case anything happens. Siren is a
Where
sign
were the
of,
bunkers located in regards to where your university was, and obviously your dormitory?
I think if there are bunkers almost every, let's say they're spaced maybe 2 kilometers away from each other, 1 point something kilometers from each other, so that one can hide to the nearest bunker near him. So they're actually a lot at different locations.
Okay.
Sure.
No problem. And when you was making your exit
Sure.
or your escape route,
Sure.
how many African students accompanied you?
As a matter of, the bus was actually full.
And how big was that bus?
Let's say maybe a 54-seater or something.
54-seater
Definitely.
of African students.
African
Were
students.
they particularly from Zimbabwe, or were they mixed African countries?
There was a larger population of Zimbabweans. Then we also accommodated other countries. Whoever was ready to go, was ready to go on board again.
And was you ever contacted by your embassy or by your consulates from your country, or were any of the other individuals that were stuck, were they ever contacted by their embassies as to what to do or who to reach out to?
I want to thank the embassy very, very much, and these other guys, ambassadors in Berlin. They played a much of a bigger role. They're the ones which motivated us to arrange for the bus, target for the situation to be like the exact day to come out, the motivation. They played a major role.
But there's no, you don't have an embassy located in Ukraine?
I don't think there's one.
There's not one.
Right,
Okay.
definitely.
So I think your nearest one would be Germany then.
Germany,
But
Berlin.
there's not one in Poland either.
Sure. That's true.
Okay, fine. And so you got on the 54-seater coach,
Sure.
which was packed with students.
Students.
How many African students actually attend your university?
That's a lot. Thousands. We're talking about thousands.
Thousands?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Thousands. Because I know that in one particular university in Poland, there's about 10,000 African students in just one university.
That's true.
So I know that the numbers must be very big in Ukraine.
Sure.
Now,
Definitely.
when you got on the 54-seater coach,
Yes, sir.
what transpired en route towards Poland?
Okay, as we left, of course, people were like afraid, like maybe in another city we're gonna be stopped because there'll be violence or whatever. So it was a tricky one, but actually I and this other girl managed to help the driver with the locations to the next city, Kamieniski, where we took the rest of the people to make the number 54. Then on our road everything was kind of normal, by the grace of God. The spirit was good, the vibe was good until we reached the border, and special mentioning goes to the driver. He played a good role because we're in a bus and there were cars lining to the border. Actually, since our bus was having foreign students and stuff, he managed, to take another route because the bus covers a lot of space than cars. So buses had to move in their own way, cars in their own way.
I saw the lines.
Sure. We want to thank that again. So he pushed us as much closer to the border as he could. Yes. Although for the rest of he was like, he was on job. So we had to drop off because we faced difficulties like the weather. It was very cold those days. To the extent that
did you have any problems with the Ukrainian authorities?
Not
getting through.
Getting through, there were rumors like they are not allowing Africans and stuff. No, that was not true. The only difficulty was like when we were in the queue on the line, going, of course, their fellow citizens.
So they was letting white Ukrainians, women and children, pass through and have priority over Africans who were also in the line. So they would push you back to the back of the queue while they allowed the white Ukrainians to come through. Is that what happened?
Something like that.
Okay.
That was.
And then what would happen when you got on the Polish side? How would the Polish immigration authorities treat you?
Unfortunately, we never attempted to do such a thing.
Okay, but I'm saying you had to go through the Polish border to see the Polish immigration.
Sure.
So I'm saying when you got into the Polish immigration, what were they saying as to what you're doing here? Were they allowing you to get a visa and things like that?
No, they were okay. They never asked a lot of questions. They only looked at the passports, stamped them, then we had no problems. Maybe another batch of people, but ours, no.
Yours went
It was
through.
okay. It was okay.
Okay. And so, where are you likely now to go and study, to complete your degree?
So
Or
far,
your bachelor's, sorry.
so far there are maybe 3 countries on the table. I need to go back home and process the papers, because going to a certain country right now as a refugee is not much of a wise decision, because they might actually give you a specific period to stay there. Then after that period, it's a drama again. So
Okay.
maybe going back and take the papers, then going direct. Yeah, it's much of a, since I'm someone who's looking for a long stay, not just a temporary to finish the degree work.
Okay.
So Germany is on the table, Canada, Ireland, for starters. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, beautiful. Well, thank you very much for taking out the time
Sure.
to sit down and speak to me.
Sure.
Hopefully, this will come to an end and you'll be able to finish your studies and become that brilliant doctor that we need to come back into the community and treat our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
All right. You have a great day.
Appreciate
Bye for
it.
now.
Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thanks.